My name is Christina. I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf. Today I am bringing you Lily's Angel. This is an MF paranormal fantasy story that begins at the beginning of the 20th century in New Orleans, and then we kind of fast forward to kind of current day Hurricane Katrina time frame. Lily's Angel is written by Charlayne Elizabeth Denney, and it is book 1 in the Fangs and Halo series. This book has been out for a while. The author contacted me and asked that I do a review, and I said, of course. Lily works at a high-end brothel in New Orleans, and she has sat and talked with a gentleman by the name of Marcus many a times. Finally, though, it's her turn to get to spend the night with him. He's paid for a full night of entertainment by Lily. Marcus is a vampire and has had his eyes on Lily for a while, and he's about to take his moment. Only things kind of don't go as planned, and Lily dies. Miss Lulu, the owner of the house, gives her an extravagant and lavish funeral, and she is buried in the St. Louis One Cemetery. Now, once again, we're gonna fast forward to Hurricane Katrina. The angels in heaven kind of dictate paranormal activities, and they hear the cries of the people, and they're monitoring Hurricane Katrina and other sorts of natural disasters that are going on when they find 2 rogue vampires in the cemetery. And so they send Sullivan, who is kind of a stud of an angel, and just kind of does what Sullivan does, down to figure out who these 2 rogue vampires are and why haven't they been tombed. Due to an unfortunate circumstance in regards to looting of the cemetery, Sullivan is attacked and he loses his power. He's no longer one of the angels. And in an attempt to save his life, he is turned. This does not bode well for Sullivan. He is very irate once he realizes this. And then he does things that angels just don't do, and that makes him like even more irate. And then here's where we get to meet Lily again. She's kind of made her home in the crypt that she was buried in, and she hasn't really seen much of the world. And so with the hurricane and everything that's happening, Sullivan gets her to leave the safety of her home. But at the same time, Sullivan is trying to adapt to no longer having his powers, now being a vampire, trying to be human. He's lusting after Lily. He wants things that only men have had, things that he's only heard about from being an angel, that he's witnessed but he's never partaken in, and he's just kind of falling, and not so gracefully, because he turns out to be kind of like, and I get that he's struggling, but still Sullivan, like, he became this huge, just like, a-hole of a human being, a downright just asshat to the end. So we got Lily, who's trying to survive in the modern world, and she's trying to survive during Hurricane Katrina, the aftermath, and that alone kind of throws things off. Then you have Sullivan, who is just like, one moment he's an angel, this creation of God, here to find these 2 rogue vampires and tune them and kind of give them the rules. Who is their maker? What's going on? Just for him to be turned then as well. And if anybody is supposed to know the rules, it's Sullivan. So, you know, he goes missing. Angels are looking for him. What do they find? What is he doing? What did he do? And how is Lily reacting to all of this? I was just so enthralled into this book. Thank goodness it's like an older series, because I am ready for book number 2. And I have it, but I have to get other stories read too. And so it's just kind of like killing me, because Lily's Angel ends on a huge kind of cliffhanger. If you're like, oh, I don't like cliffhangers, remember the series is out. Book number 2 is ready for us. We can devour it, take it on. And when people bother us, we shoot first and ask questions later. I'm giving Lily's Angel by Charlayne Denney 4.5 stars. The reason for the 0.5 downgrade is just some editing here and there. A big thing that seemed to go on throughout the book is the missing of parentheses. So I didn't know, like, when a quote was ending, when somebody stopped talking, if the other person started talking. So sometimes conversations didn't make sense. But I mean, it was easily picked up I could easily fix it in my mind once I realized what was going on. And as I said, I was enthralled by this. I'm ready to dive into the next one. And for this to be her debut novel, I thought it was spectacularly wonderful. What I'm going to do for you is leave the Amazon link down below. If you've enjoyed my review, I'm going to ask that you give me a like. Leave me a comment. I love to interact with all of you guys. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to be one of those people that says, look for a review every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's kind of not how things work for me, just because of life. But that's the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have a new review out for you. If you're like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm gonna leave my website, my Facebook page, and my Twitter. If you have a book or an arc you'd like me to review, you can request via website. Lily's Angel by Charlayne Elizabeth Denney, 4.5 stars. Bye. Hi, my name is Christina and I am your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf, and today I'm kind of giving you a 2-for-1 deal. I'm having 2 books by the same author. We have Blood Moon and Blood Moon Rising by Lilly Suzanne. If you haven't read anything by Lilly's, you really need to get on that. This is MF Paranormal, and they're just short little erotic novellas, and erotic they are. We have Margot and Carice. These are 2 vampires, brother and sister.